In the next two films, we're going to catch up with Jim and Rob and see where they are now at the beginning of 2009. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if some people who watch these films found it hard to take on board the fact that the cause of focal dystonia, as we've seen in the case of these two musicians, is emotional. Before he saw Wacky and Fabra, Jim Vincent certainly did.
I used to get very angry with people when I used to talk to people about this. This is before I knew it was focal dystonia, and people used to say to me, well, maybe it's just all in your head. And I used to get so angry with that because I'd think, well, it can't be that. It's got to be something's happened here. Something. How can it be just in my head? And the truth of it is. It's just all in your head, and you've convinced yourself that you can't do it anymore.
And Jim certainly understands now how his negative emotions just shut his body down from playing the trombone.
It's all based, as I said earlier, it's all based on fear. And something happens, it can be the smallest of things with you playing. And because it's not going quite right, you become afraid of that. And it can be anything. And it can even be on a subconscious level, you don't even notice it. But if you continually sort of think, I don't want to do that, I'm afraid of that, I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it, eventually your body's going to go, okay, if you don't want to do it, I'll stop you from doing it. And that's what your body does. As soon as you pick up the trombone, I don't want to do this. Okay, and your body goes, okay, I'm going to stop you. And that's why you get all these movements. And for years I would get up to do some practice and I would hate picking up the trombone, hate it, because I knew what was going to happen. And after 5 minutes just being mentally exhausted by it, because I just wasn't enjoying it at all. And that's all turned around now, because you stop judging it. If it feels bad or it sounds bad, that's got nothing to do with the work you're doing. The work you do with whacking is nothing to do with the trombone. We never talk about trombone technique. As he says to me, I wouldn't presume to tell you how to play the trombone. So all the work we do is to get the right mental and emotional approach in order to be able to play again and to find your idea of how to play.
So how is Jim doing in his recovery from focal dystonia?
I'm a different trombone player. I'm not completely recovered yet. I'd say I'm about 75%. I think it's just a question of time. Very, very close. It's almost painfully close. I have days where it's back to normal, and then the next day it won't be quite there. It's all a trust thing. I have to get to a point where I trust my playing again, and that I trust the ability, which has never left me. It's just been covered by other things.
Now, the interview I did with Jim was recorded in January 2009. Now, to think that less than a year ago, Jim's trombone technique had completely collapsed. So how's he playing now? Well, there you go. Although he says that his playing isn't quite back up to what it was, I think you'll agree with me that Jim's well on the way to making a complete recovery and may even find himself playing better than ever. When you deal with negative emotions, it does have a knock-on effect in other aspects of your life, and I'll leave the last word here to Jim.
having focal dystonia certainly affected other parts of my life, profoundly. Sense of self-esteem, sense of worth, everything. And I think through getting through focal dystonia, that helps you in other parts of your life as well. I think that I'm sure Joaquin's talked about, the whole thing is based on fear, and once you conquer that fear, then the sky's the limit, really, and you can apply that to all aspects of life. I'm really waffling now, aren't I?
No, that's fine. That's cool. We'll find your eye because finishing.
Sounds a bit bullshit.
No, that was a great feature. I was just like stopping at that point because cool.
What's the fee? What's the fee though for playing?
The what?
Professional musician.
Another great strap line. What?
I'm good at this.
You are. You are.